Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to announce that Smooth Sack Summer is officially upon us. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you're groomed from pubes to bum. Thanks to our friends at Manscaped, you can make this season your smoothest yet. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate bundle to keep your boys downstairs cool while looking hot. Join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Get 20% off and free shipping when you go to manscaped.com and use code THPN. The Manscaped Performance 5.0 Ultra has everything you need to prepare that summer bod. Inside this package, you'll find the star of the show, the Lawnmower 5.0. Their 5th generation trimmer features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little bit off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. So remember, get 20% off plus free shipping with the code THPN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code THPN at manscaped.com. It's Smooth Sack Summer, boys. Get on board or get left behind.
What are you at? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, welcome to Tales with TR 211B. 211B. Normally, I would have a guest here, folks, but it's that time of year. And to be honest with you, I had one lined up. Curtis Gabriel, good ex-NHLer, fighting for a good cause right now and very vocal about his mental health and his career and his new venture into school. I'm looking forward to that, as I mentioned. But I was going to have him on today. But you know what? I went out to watch my daughter play the Atlantics, the soccer Atlantics in Gander, Newfoundland, and I got out there, and I didn't think a few weeks ago I'd be here. And like I said, it's the Atlantics, Ganders. I don't know. I'm guessing 5,000 to 10,000 people, and it's the city and the town and come from away. I'm sure if you're listening to this and you haven't heard of Gander, Newfoundland, just Google it, 9/11 Gander. And if you watch any of the above, tears will flow. Played a couple years of senior hockey there with my buddy Aaron Asham and my buddy Jordan Escott. Lots of buddies, actually. Those are the guys you probably heard about. But it was great. I got out there and I only had a tent, right? I brought a tent, brought my barbecue and everything. I got the Jeep. I said, fuck it. I'll go in the woods. I'll use my Jeep for the reason it's meant for. Bring a fishing rod. And it was all right. It was all right. I was alone for 3 days and I really needed it. It was the opposite of the weekend before Game 7, but it was certainly welcome and necessary. Subconsciously necessary, but I really had a great time, man. I had a fire each night. I went fishing, caught a couple of nice-sized trout, caught my supper, which always doesn't happen, right? And this is just a little pond off the side of the highway now. I'm not a great angler, like I said, or nothing. But it was a good time. Anyway, they did all right, man. They any team could have won. Nova Scotia, so it was the Atlantics, which means it wasn't just a team that won. It was Team Newfoundland, Team Nova Scotia, Team PEI, and Team New Brunswick. So all the best young soccer players in Atlantic Canada for their age. This was under 14 and under 13 girls. Penny Lane's under 14. And they did well. They couldn't put it in. Geez, they lost the first one to PEI 2-0. If they had won that, they would have been in the final. And they ended up beating PEI 3-1 in the final in the bronze medal game. Congrats to Nova Scotia who won. They were all close games. Any team could have won. If I'm Newfoundland, if I'm Penny Lane and her friends, I've got peace of mind that knowing that it was a bad tourney. The winners. Nothing to take away, but like for me, I would know, okay, there's not too many girls out there that are way better than me, and there's not many teams out there that are better than us, right? Of course, I just mean in Atlantic Canada, there's literally no teams out there that are better than us. They might have gotten the goal, but I'm just saying for peace of mind, But I'm just saying they're 14, so a few of them will probably have aspirations to go to college or university or whatever. And if that's a whole section of the country that we're all here, all the best. This isn't like Mount Pearl that won from Newfoundland that gets to represent. It's Team Newfoundland. Same with Team Nova Scotia. It's not just a team from Halifax. It's picked from all over. New Brunswick, PEI, same thing. So if I'm there and I know as a player there was nobody outstanding more than me, you know, there was girls that must have gotten MVP and top scorer. But I'm just saying the girls on Newfoundland were as good as anybody. And Team Newfoundland, other than a bounce here or there, you know, could have come up with a win, as could either team. Like, it was very, very even. I thought New Brunswick had a real physical team that was noticeable. Like, there was certain teams, the PEI were real fast. Nova Scotia were just overall good and had a couple of real good D. It was like fullbacks that don't even think anything offense, right? Just back there sweeping shit off, and it was great to see, and it was what's the word for me? It was rewarding to see my daughter just, you know, you work so hard, win or lose, putting on that Team Newfoundland sweater. Whenever I wear my province or my country, it adds something else. It's not like Jim's Snack Bar, local league. You know what I mean? Fucking Canadian Tire South or whatever. You know, you're putting it on. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, Team Newfoundland. You know, and Labrador. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Canada. I don't care if it's ball hockey or ice hockey or tiddlywinks or I've just, you know, to watch her wear that jersey proud and work hard. You know, she hit the post 12 minutes into the first game, and she was elated. And anyway, unfortunately, they lost. But congrats to each team. It was awesome to interact with just athletes and sports-minded people, and in such a positive atmosphere, in such a positive place. Again, look up Gander, Newfoundland. Look up Come From Away, Gander, Newfoundland, 9/11. Now, I'm going to get to some fan mail here, okay? Now, just to put in perspective, guys, a few months ago, so this was the beginning of February, so it almost represents half the year. I said I'm going to wait half a year, or in June, so that would have been 5 months ago, so almost half a year. And these aren't every message, of course. I'm just telling you, just in that time, I'm just letting you know, I got sent 27 scripts, like some of them for Shoresy. Okay, this one guy says, hey, TR, you guys have a pretty good show, but it's missing something. No offense to any of the writers, but some of it is amateur, and I can help. I won't obviously say these people's last names. Some of them I know, like personally, not all of them. This guy I don't know. I guess just from interactions on Twitter and stuff. But anyway, he's being very genuine. Now, the show gets rated really good. Again, not the acting. I think my acting is okay. It's subpar. I'm doing my job. So I'm not being boastful when I say, like, the writers ensure I don't have anything to do with it. I don't want to jinx myself. Knock on wood, we keep going. But, like, I don't think the writers do need much help. I think a lot of people say that that's probably the most brilliant part of it is the writing, the way it's put together. He says, P.S. I really know music too, wink. Again, I think Jarrett does a great job picking the music. I really do. I'm a music guy. I wait till it comes out, or if he has a song that he's suggesting, yes, but I'd never go, hey, you should use like this song there. What are you thinking? But apparently Carl thinks that our show is a bit amateur, but I love, and everybody, you can be a critic. You really could. I mean, whatever. It's just weird for me to get this message, I find, like, with a script attached. Again, if I know this person, it's I guess weird, but okay. I don't know him from Adam, and he's sending me this thing that he can help the writing, and hey, great. Sure, come on in, Carl. And he says, I don't have any training, but I'm good. Okay. So, and anyway, sent a script. Dude wrote a script for Shoresy. I feel so fucking bad because, Carl, it's going nowhere. I'm not going to do anything with this script. I wouldn't write a script of Shoresy and give it to Jarrett if my fucking life depended on it. I would rather take a sack of hammers across the fucking left jaw 3 times, 4 times a day for 3 weeks than fucking give Jarrett an episode that I wrote. What is, in other words, Jarrett, I know you're doing good, but you could do better. Holy fuck. I would expect to be fired on the spot. Ted Hitchcock falls off a fucking building. Ted Hitchcock gets hit by a bus. That'd be my fucking next episode. Holy Jesus, buddy. Went out of his way to fucking write like 27-page fucking script. Sorry, 22. 22-page script. 27 scripts. Anyway. There's another guy. TR, attached is the best script you'll ever read. I look forward to hearing from you. This is another one. Of course, he puts himself in as a character. I just like glanced at it, and he's the bad guy. Okay. So the script that he wrote, we go to the World Championships. He is from Russia, and he says he's got a great Russian accent. And he's written an entire fucking like Rocky IV Drago versus Stallone fucking kind of Kiso versus this dude, Dobrayevich. And he's Dobrayevich. And he says, it's so good. I look forward to hearing from you. Again, they've gone out of their way to write not a script. A script you could just, if I'd passed on it, somebody else, sorry, my phone is ringing, could like pick it up, but nobody else can do Shoresy other than us. And he's not getting it to Kiso because I'll never let it get there. I will fucking, out of my cold, dead hands with either one of these scripts, ever make it to Jared Kiso's desk. Hello? Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. 1 second has gone by on here, but about 20 minutes has gone by in my life. I know we're talking about emails or messages that I get. So that was a call from a friend who's going to help me do a bit of, that's going to basically be my vocal coach. Jared asked me, I can't really elaborate, but he asked me to sing a song when we do season 4. So I guess we got to, I don't know if that's been announced, but I'm always ready. Anyway, I think it's been talked about. The odds are we're going to do 4. If you watch the end of 3, it probably tells you that, right? So I'm not letting many. I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. That it's the odds are we're going to do 4. Okay. So anyway, but I have to sing this song that's not easy to sing. I don't want to say why or anything. I'm sure I can at least say that much. So I got a vocal coach to help me out, and she's anyway. We just got talking, and she gave me some awesome tips how to prepare myself, and some tricks of the trade. But anyway, I'm gonna. That's the tip of the iceberg. We're gonna meet a couple times. This particular song, I can do it. I can definitely do it, but there's a part of the song that goes way up. Think about I don't know, a song like This Isn't It. So obviously, I'd say Celine Dion, Power of Love. Okay. One of my favorite slower ballad-like songs. So I don't know if ballad, but yeah, but just a slow, beautiful song. You wouldn't think it, but one of my favorites is The Power of Love by Celine Dion when it comes to that category. So, I think people call them ballads, but ballads generally tell a story. But I think in the music world, you just say that when it's a slower, at least some people do. I don't know. Anyway, The Power of Love. But at the very end, it's hard enough to sing, right? Celine obviously can pull it off. But at the very end, she goes up. It's like Angel of the Morning, same thing. Juice Newton, or if you want to go back further in the 60s, Merrily Rush. A rare case, I like Juice Newton's a little bit more. I think her vocals are, it's meant to show off vocals. But I do love Merrily Rush's version. Listen to it, Merrilee. Rush in the later 60s. But I believe Juice Newton had it as a country crossover, like country pop chart hit, like a Taylor Swift of her day, kind of. Not in popularity, but in her style. Juice Newton, Queen of Hearts, there's another song. Like country, but rock, but could kind of cross over onto the charts. Country at the time was just coming out of like Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Tammy Wynette, Loretta Lynn, fucking Patsy Cline type stuff. That would be strictly country. And anyway, Juice was not the first, but definitely one of the first crossovers onto the pop charts. Very similar, actually. Shania Twain in our day, being my generation. Now it would be Taylor Swift. I don't mind. A lot of people like put country music in a box. I love. My favorite new guy is Charlie Crockett. Just got into him last couple of weeks. Fuck, it sounds like it's 1956, man. He is old school. Or maybe 60s country sounds like. Waylon Jennings, early Cash. He's got a great voice in that Sturgill Simpson kind of vein. Coulter Wall, that sort of thing. That kind of old, real old sounding country's coming back. Some of it's all right. I mean, I don't know. Name me a genre, I can tell you a song I like. But anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, fuck. Anyway, yeah, Angel of the Morning is another one, Juice Newton. Like at the end, she hits just a higher octave, I think it's called, at the very end. So I can pull this song off if you didn't have to listen to the last 30 seconds. So I said, it's just one octave that's just a little bit too high. So she's going to help me out because I can almost do it now. But it's like years ago, man, people see me get up and sing. Think about it. The songs that I sing, and I know what I can sing, but there's like lots of Buddy Holly stuff. Like Rave On by Buddy Holly, say. Rockin' Robin. She rocks in the treetop all day long. Right, but you're talking. It's like a story. Johnny Be Good, right? Deep down in Louisiana, across the New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreen, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny Be Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play guitar just like a ringing a bell. But see, if you know the rhythm and the direction, it's really, I'm just talking with I'm like kind of creatively talking there, not me, James Brown in the song. Tom Petty, the Apartment song. I used to live in a 2-room apartment, right? Another story. Bad Leroy Brown. Well, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town, right? These are just stories that it's one step away from rap. When I mean, I like rap too. I don't want anybody to take that the wrong way these days. I'll get fucking canceled. Although, who am I going to get canceled from? Weed. Anyway, yeah, I don't mean rap in that, the creative part. I mean, rap, you don't have to hit high notes most of the time. Same thing with those stories. Now, to me, that's a ballad because it's a story being told. But anyway, so this is different. The song that I have to sing requires a vocal range, and when I try to do it, I can do it, but I wouldn't like Get Up Downtown. It's where I normally sing when I get up with the bands downtown because I know them all, and we do the songs I just told you, and there's a few more that are the same way. But I got up once because if I, and I'll know now to know the key before I get up, because I know lots of Beatles songs. Obviously, I got up with Billy Hickey, who's a local fucking legend in a band called Timber. Look him up. They had the opening, this TV show Party of Five, the soundtrack, the opening song to it was Billy Hickey and Timber. So I got up with him and he said, yeah, we can work it out. One of the easiest songs, or easiest, one of the songs I know the lyrics without even thinking about it, the Beatles. Most I know, but the Beatles got like Strawberry Fields Forever and like I Am the Walrus, and even though I might phonetically know them, I got to kind of think about it for a second. But we can work it out. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if we're right or we're wrong. Like pretty straight up. It's a catchy song, so you know the words without even really trying. But when it starts, try to see it my way. It starts. Paul McCartney starts that higher than I can go, and you don't realize it because he has such an unassuming. His voice, that's the wrong word. It doesn't sound like some people hitting those notes. You can tell they're like Paul. His voice is so naturally. Oh God, what's the opposite of tenor? Whatever it is. It's. You hear so many Beatles songs that you get used to it. Like you just get used to it. It doesn't sound like he's hitting that high of a note until you just try to do it. I couldn't even start the song, let alone go up from there. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be wild. Now I've fucking hijacked the whole conversation with just something crazy. Talking about my voice. Anyway, so just a couple more of these. So here's another guy, okay? So he's been at me for years. Back to the messages. This, I don't know what to do with this. This is like Eminem stand type stuff. So this is almost going to bring down the mood if you were in a good mood. But trust me, I'm saying this, I got to deal with it. I'm not complaining because the more I read this, it sounds crazy and you're going to go, oh my God, Terry has someone that might show up outside of his house. Yes, I've thought about, I've honestly thought about, I love my little spot I'm in, man. It's only 650 square feet, but I got a river out back. I'm on a trail. I'm in old school Mount Pearl, which is like the country. I love it. But I've thought more because of this guy than anything to move, if we do another couple seasons and let's figure this out, let's maybe get a place that's more security gated. And I gated, I don't mean like I don't have that much money. I mean, much more secluded in like more structured suburbia. I don't want that, but I just think it'd be, anyway, I don't want to give this guy ideas, but he always starts saying something good. Hey, me and you should go back and play for the Herder. Now, this guy I don't think has ever played senior hockey here. Apparently his roots are here and he knows that I liked it and I played senior hockey for years. And then he'll say, we'll fucking do it. We'll light him up. Now he'll say that 15 times in a row on, say, one night. So he's obviously on the beer. And then it always changes tides. Say 10 minutes later, or sorry, however long he thinks that I just saw it. And now I don't get back to him anymore. I used to, but I used to be like at hockey or something. I'd come out and go, Jesus, why are you, if you don't get back to him right away, he says, you couldn't tie my skates, you fucking bum. And he says, TR, we are the same. This is like the next morning. Want my girlfriend? He won't care. And then he says, you couldn't wear my jockstrap, jerk off. Couldn't wear my jockstrap? I guess he's saying I'm not as good as him. TR, me and you, one more Herder. Let's fucking go. TR, you're the man. TR, you're the biggest embarrassment to Newfoundland hockey. Go take a break. We hate you. Hey, TR, I'd watch Shoresy except you're Ted Hitchcock, you fucking asshole. Hey, TR, you want to come up and play a tournament? Me and all my buddies, they're just like us. Hey, TR, you're just like me. Hey, TR, I'm coming to Newfoundland. I'd love to check out the basement. That's when I went, whoa. No, you fucking don't. When are you coming? I'll make sure to have fucking cops at the door. Jesus Christ. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the mood, but that's the worst one. I get a few kind of like that. That's the worst one. And this guy won't let up. And he's come to a couple of events. And I was expecting to see someone that was like obviously behind or socially, like there could be a reason. But no, this guy blends in amongst the regular folk. In other words, like someone is going to feel the wrath of this guy if they haven't already. Anyway, that really brought it down. Anyway. So here's another one, another negative one. But most are positive now in a way. Most of these messages that I'm reading you or I get that are weird are someone trying to self-promote. They want, like, why are they giving me a script? Hey, TR, I got a great idea for us. Yeah, what? Oh, I'm selling lawn chairs. Do you want to be like something? It's so, which whatever. Those are funny more than anything. But yeah, most of them aren't bad, but I had to write this one down too. This guy says, if you really were from Newfoundland, you wouldn't say hockey, you'd say hockey. Get it right, you fuck. These idiots can't even use a real Newfoundlander. So, Jake, I won't say your last name, Jake, but I know you're listening, Jake, because you prefaced that with listening to every podcast, Jake. So it's funny that you listen to every podcast, Jake, and you can't stand that I'm on Shoresy, Jake. And you've heard me on here, Jake, say that I'm in Mount Pearl, Newfoundland every fucking show, Jake. So it's weird that you think I'm not from Newfoundland. And by the way, Jake, lots of people fucking in Newfoundland say hockey. Lots of people say hockey, Jake. There's different dialects all over Newfoundland, Jake. I have a folklore degree, Jake. My ancestors are from here, Jake. Some of them say hockey, Jake, and some of them say hockey, Jake. And some of them say go fuck yourself, Jake. And some of them say if you don't want to watch, don't, Jake. And some of them also think, Jake, if you don't want to follow me, you don't have to, Jake. But yes, Jake, I'm from Newfoundland. Fuck me. So, Jake, you're obviously lying when you say you listen to. Who could listen to this podcast? Now, whether it's good or not, I don't know. People are listening, I suppose. I'm trying to do my job. I hope I'm delivering something worthwhile, at least the ones that I got the guests on. I like those. These ones, I still don't understand why anybody listens, but they do. Jake. And I think that if anybody listened with any level of consistency, like you seem to say, you listen to every podcast, you would have to know that I'm coming at you from Newfoundland, wouldn't you? I talk about it every time. If you listen to the end, I listen to every bar and restaurant I name at the end. Jake is from fucking Newfoundland, Jake. Jesus Christ. You're not from Newfoundland. Get it right. He's speaking to the producers of Shoresy there. Get it right. These idiots can't even use a real Newfoundlander. Anyway.
Bet the action on the ice with DraftKings Sportsbook. With DraftKings, you can bet on any game you want. Whether you want to bet the puck line or the over-under, DraftKings has something for everybody. And if you want, you can throw down on your favorite player as an anytime goal scorer. Or if you're looking for a long-term bet, maybe you want to predict the Stanley Cup champion. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code THPN. New customers get $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on hockey. That's promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.co/ice for eligibility, wagering, and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gambling resources. Copyright NHL 2024, all rights reserved.
Did I mention this yet? 15 phone numbers. I've had a request, and I don't mean like people, if buddies ask for buddy's phone number, that's different. But I mean people going like more than one. Hey, TR, I have this idea. Can I have Jason Momoa's phone number? Yeah, I mean it. Like, yeah. One place said we got free. It was a sub shop. He said we got free subs, free T-shirts for Jason the rest of his life. We just want to get him on camera saying that he loves our place. Yeah, that's called a fucking endorsement. An Aquaman usually works for more than subs and T-shirts, boys. Holy fuck. Yeah, Ron McLean, I have an idea for Hockey Night in Canada. Can you get me in touch with Ron McLean? Not even can you get me in touch, can I have his phone number? And most of the people that ask for that, I don't know, right? People that I know either have the number, it's the same circle of friends. But like, my buddy Blair Connolly, who's one of my best friends, he would never call me and say, can I have Jason Momoa's phone number? Yet when I look at these people, they like run their own business. I go like, you're from, like, say, I don't know, Sault Ste. Marie. I've never met you. I'm looking at you own a car dealership. Now, this is just, I'm making this up, but it's people like that, like professional people. And I'll be like, you own a fucking whatever, a shop, a store, and you're asking me for Jason Momoa's number. Like, in other words, you should know the difference. You've gotten here in the business world. I'm a hockey player, actor. Within that world, I've gotten pretty far up the ranks, and I know I wouldn't have gotten here. There's a lot of checks and balances. And I would figure someone that's so professional, because there's most of these people are like real professional. Maybe that's it. Maybe that they're so like fielded from how hard it is in regular life that they don't get it. But no, I'm not giving you Jason Momoa's number. You give me no reason. The one guy gave the sub shop guy, at least there was a sub attached. Sure. What are you, a businessman in fucking your little town? And you just figure that you're a mover and shaker, that Jason Momoa, literally Aquaman, is going to want to pick up the fucking phone? And when you phone? What the fuck, man? God. TR, I'm missing a tooth and I'm a beauty. I can write my own lines. I'm good like that. I don't have any formal training, but trust me, I'm good. This is a hockey player I played with. Legit. I got back to him and said, hey, I won't say the name, but I was like, I can't, right? You're joking. Said, like, I get hundreds of people that send me stuff to be on the show. I go, like, I can't keep up with it. But like, I'm not into casting it. You know that, right? Like I'm saying to him, I want to keep saying his name. And again, this guy, I don't want to say what he does because you'll track down but like this guy has a job as far away from acting as you can get. I know he's missing a tooth. He missed it through hockey, but I keep mine out because I'm acting. I don't know, dude. Like, if you don't even have, like I'm just going, like, I'm missing a tooth, I'm a beauty. I can write my own lines. First of all, dude, I don't write my own fucking lines. With Jared Kiso, I don't. Other shit I have. More often than not, I don't. But my God, I'm good like that. I don't have any formal training, but trust me, I'm good. Trust you. That's the other thing, the entitlement. I mean, what do you mean trust you? People go through a process. I know that I found my way on here, but I fucking went to school and I know you laugh at the folklore degree, but like there was a whole section of courses that was based on film study. And I met people in there and, I took acting and the first 5 years I was into it, I never did anything on camera ever. I was literally mopping up floors and putting lunch rooms together and taking lunch rooms down for $300-ish a day and saving up so I could put food on the table for my family. I'd go play senior in hockey so I could make extra money to like go to acting lessons. And like there's a process to it. And I know and on Shoresy we use real hockey player. Dolo, he's a fucking rapper. He's a performer. He quit hockey to pursue the arts. Andrew Ensonen, same thing. He was a fucking UFC guy, man. A very, very tough dude. Got into acting. Now, the gyms, I don't know that their goal was acting. They're into it a little bit more now. But you can see their use in this. That's out of Jared's head. It was, yeah. It was like 3 scenes, and then they became pretty integral to the way the story goes. They're great guys. And, I guess they got in there organically. but each one of them is focused, determined, and has a, like Jordan Nolan has 3 Stanley Cups. Brandon played in Carolina. Jordan or John Morasti is fucking nasty Morasti. Need I say any more? Like, we're all either pro hockey players or actors or both. Well, now we're both, but even when it started. So, like, I'm sorry, dude, but if you work in the fucking seasonal department at Canadian Tire, I can't help you out. And I don't want to entertain helping anybody out anyway, because I can't. Because I'm not a casting director. I'm not a casting director. I'm not a producer. Don't send me scripts. Don't send me music ideas. Don't, I mean, it's just ludicrous. Trust me, I'm good. Dude, if you're good, there's a lot of steps before trying to get to me so I can get you on the show. Probably sitting there now after having a beer in the afternoon thinking, why don't I have a shot? Well, take some of that money that you're making and go and take a night class or something, at least a class. Fuck, like, show people that you're involved, do background. Not only that, it was 4 or 5 years I did that. Then I did background for at least, I was doing background up to last year. Now I got some of these opportunities. Shoresy took off, and I'm speaking at events, and I enjoy doing those things. But you get used to that. There's a metamorphosis there. You have to learn those things, because I couldn't do anything else. I had my foot in the door as an ex-pro hockey player, but I had to go out and earn all of the other stuff. And all the pro hockey did to get me where I am now. Jared Kiso likes hockey, but I think it taught me how to be a teammate. It helped me on set and stuff, right, when I was crew. I think my hockey background definitely helped me. Helped me be like humble and be part of a cog in the wheel that turns the wheel of the set. That makes the day go. I was no more important than anybody else, and took orders for years. And that's what it takes. Not just a DM to somebody that's on a show saying, "Here's a script. I'm good. Trust me." Well, this guy is not. This isn't the script guy. This guy just says he's missing a tooth and he's a beauty and he can act. Trust me, and he can write his own lines. Well, yes, it's going to go a long way to the people that have fucking gone to school for 4 years, or been producers for the last 20, or had hits like Letterkenny, or I don't fucking know, Benji or The Littlest Hobo or whatever. They're in the industry. Hey, TR, I love this one. Great job with the Growlers. Congrats and all that. This is word for fucking word. Congrats and all that, but can you please take my number and pass it along to the coach? Your knees look shot from ball hockey. I can play, trust me. The way the system here works fucked me. So he's saying, wherever he is, he was a good enough hockey player to play pro, but the system fucked him over. He must have watched my Growlers game. This was like 2 days after. I just wrote this down. I'm revisiting it. Obviously, all these were within the last few months, but this was like 5 months ago. Congrats and all that. But can you please take my note? He's saying that he watched the game, and in his assessment, what he took from that was that my knees look shot from ball hockey. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not old and that it wasn't an honor to play that game and keep up with the play, because I did keep up with the play. I mean, I'm not trying to be cocky here, boys, or this one actually comes from, his name is Mike. There's lots of Mikes, so I'm not giving much away. But like Mike, and again, these are just facts, guys, but I went in the first round, right? There's I get the comparisons with Iggy, and it's funny and everything, and all these years, but like, I got hurt at an early age, and I wasn't a great skater per se. Like, my agility needed to be worked, but obviously I can skate ahead pretty fast. Like Lucic isn't a great skater. That's a good example. But, Darcy Tucker's not a great skater, but like, we had the strength in our legs of like a 22-year-old when we were 22, right? We were in the NHL. Like, so like, had I gone to the coast I guess I'd hurt my ankle and gone to the coast when I was 23. But let's just say like before any major concussion or the coast would have been a demotion. I'm not being like, and it was an honor now, and the game has changed. It's much faster and everything. So I'm just saying like back then I probably would have been fairly fast in the coast. I'm thinking, I'm again, I wouldn't have been the best skater there because, there's pivots and there's, God, how good is your seat cut? And, there's backwards skating and there's skating into traffic and there's skating like bure, like agility. Just, I really needed to work on that. And, I needed to strengthen my ankle. I did, but so to be able to keep up at 47, that's what I was most proud of in that game. I'm not trying to prove you wrong. I definitely, there's probably times that I looked slow, maybe. I really tried for that not to be the case. I didn't know I was going to fight or anything. So I was just like in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep up. I'm going to keep up. I'm going to keep up. That's all I need to do. I need to go hard for a 47-year-old because I got to keep up with these 20-odd-year-olds. But I just don't think that you could tell my knees specifically were shot from that. But it's funny that you were so confident, Mike, to say that. Now, Mike, I'm not upset at you like I am the earlier. Because that's not ignorant. I just think, you're saying my knees look shot. Probably ATR, you've seen better days. I know what you're saying. I just find it funny that you're saying that. Because again, Mike, if I didn't play, there's like lots of other answers, right? Like if worse came to worse, they would have called someone and offered them a good contract, a senior player from around here. The reason it was after the senior deadline, right? So no one wanted to give up their shot at the Allen Cup or the Herder for one game. But I'm sure if they needed players for more games, there's a lot of reasons that, there was a flu going around the room. There's lots of injuries. Like the Toronto Maple Leafs could probably find someone else to sign that's playing minor pro somewhere. Like I said, a local guy that just got back from the queue or something. Mike, if you don't register on Hockey DB or Elite Prospects, even more Elite Prospects, because that would have the minor hockey league that you played in, right? It would have those stats. I won't tell you guys. Mike's last name is really unique, so like, if like I found him right away when I searched it. It was just there was nothing coming up about hockey, but Mike was confident enough to want me to pass his number on to Matt Cook, ex-NHLer of like 1,000 games, on his good word that trust me, he's good. Anyway, I'm just, you know what? Mike is probably a big fan. He's probably just a naive kid that wants a shot and he doesn't understand. He's probably like not really into hockey like a lot of people are and probably doesn't know. So I don't mean to fucking shit on you, buddy, as you watch my show, but that isn't the way it works. And I appreciate that you thought that my knees were shot. I really do. I find that it's an endearing message. I really do. I just find it funny. Here's my number. I know I got no stats to back it up, but just trust me. Give it to the coach of the Growlers, the Toronto Maple Leafs affiliate. And even though there's all kinds of other people that like went to camp that are cut, like there's people that went to camp from around here, Alex Wall and Scotty Trask. There's a couple that I can name. There's all kinds more. Chris Owens is like a deadly defenseman. But like, and you look and you see that they were all-stars in junior and they went through and like got a college degree or whatever it is or played in the minors. Like usually there's that kind of process. Similar to like the other guys sending me scripts when they work in a warehouse somewhere and they've never, ever put any effort into even knowing what goes into writing a script. And trust me, when I say scripts, again, I'm not laughing because if I had written a script before I knew what one was, I would have written it the same way. But these are just like paragraphs and then it's like stickmen and it's like anyway. I hope I'm not coming off as a dick. These are messages I like to, and most of them are unique and a lot of them are funny. I'm going to reiterate though, if you guys can please just give them to me on Twitter, like on the main, like not even as a message, just on the main part of Twitter. The main, just like a Twitter post, attach me or something, because there's DMs that it's just getting too much. Right? It's just getting too much. I could get into more. And by the way, 200 requests for videos. So, guys, I got Cameo. Without getting into all this again, you got to go through Cameo. I'm sorry. I try to do a good job. I try to spend at least an hour on them, even if I've get them written in 5 or 10 minutes. If it's a wedding, I might say, you know what, let's do it outside. It's positive day. If it's a chirp and the person's into, I don't know, the Leafs or the Habs, I'll try to get a Leafs or a Habs jersey, put it in the background, wear it. I don't know. But there's ways that like, people are paying me. They pay me $200 for these, right? And so I try to do a good job. I put it there, like I don't mean to be a dick, but when I put it at like $50, I just get too many and I can't get to them all. Right now, I got 3 on the docket to do, right? And I got about, it says right here, 2 days, 13 hours to get all 3 of these. The first one I got to have done in 4 hours from now. So they're all on timers, right? So I got 200 of like more often than not, these people I know that are friends that call and go, hey, TR, can you just give me one of those? I'm like, yeah, you know, Mikey or Carl or Johnny or whoever. I know, but dude, like, if I do one for you, then I got to do one for Blair, and I got to do because they've all asked me. I know, but we're buddies. I know we're buddies, but like I got to do the Cameo ones first because it's literally my living. Outside of Shoresy, this is the biggest part of my living. Well, I guess events and stuff, but you don't know when those are going to happen. I might have 3 events in 2 weekends, and then the next one in 3 months from then, right? But I consistently get these cameos now. I know what's coming in. Same sort of thing, I guess, with the events. You don't really know when a cameo is coming, but trust me, they're more consistent. I try to do a good job, right? I try to do a good job. And when I get too many, I'll get back to them and say, can I do this one next week where there's a birthday I got to do by tomorrow? So I try to have like 5, 6, 7 a week. And when people approach me, I get back to them and I can space them out. But like they're hard to do. And I like to do a good job. So like when people ask me, they're like, just give me this, just slap it together. I'm like, I know, but I don't want to slap it together because it's my face out there that people are going to post or they're going to, and I try to do, when people see me, they're going to see what they can possibly get on Cameo. I'm selling it, right? Now, of course, there are fucking exceptions. And if I see you in public and you say, hey, give me my buddy give your balls a tug and you're next to me having a beer, of course, that's fucking different. I'm talking about people approaching me saying, okay, can you do this, 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 and this? He wants a poem. I'm like, no, I can't do that, Patty. I can't. I'm sorry. I know you're a buddy, but I have to do 200 of them. It'd take me 3 weeks. And I want to do the ones that pay me first, obviously. Love Shoresy. It's 2 months per season maximum, right? So this is one of the ways I make money. It's almost an insult. Anyway, I'm rambling now and I feel like a dick, but I'm just telling you guys, like, yeah. Anyway, those, yeah. I won't get to all the rest of them, but those are just some, some of the scripts and some of the ideas you just wouldn't believe. But to my buddies and everything, look, and I love you guys. So I don't even know how many ex-teammates text, just every week at least one, and I love you guys. Each and every teammate in some small way and some a big way are the reason that I'm here speaking into this microphone, which is going to go out into the world on the radio waves and reach all of you. What a great time we live in, right? What a great time we live in. It's the sweet spot for sure. I don't know where we're going to be in 100 years. And 100 years ago, although many desirable things, wasn't quite, we have the access to so many things and travel. And if you've got friends, family, there's more options than ever to spend with them, to experience life. There's more connection to everything. I appreciate that. And where was I going with that? Where the fuck was I going with that? Well, it's Canada Day, so happy Canada Day. I should have said that right off the bat. It's weird. The weather's not great, and we just got finished here, Iceberg Alley, this big fucking party. Three bands a night for 7 nights. It'll come back again in September, and we got George Street Fest. There's all kinds of fucking music concerts and festivals. But anyway, Canada Day here comes at the end of a long bender that most people went on at least part of it. And I missed the whole thing. If anybody's wondering, I'm smoking indica on nice days that it's laid back. Indica weed versus sativa, the two major categories that I know of anyway. Sativa kind of peps you up a little bit, or at least my thoughts are faster, not necessarily racy, but indica really slows me down. Now that I'm at the end of this, what's the game I just got? Ryan McDonald, who plays Michaels, just got me this game, and I'm into it. It's on PS4. Wait, PS5. Cyberpunk. I'm enjoying it. It's a solo endeavor. I'm enjoying it. I just went out and got. Let's see if you can hear. I'm going back. For the small amount of you that are watching on YouTube, most people listen, but anyway, see this album, The Sheepdogs, Learn and Burn. So I got my vinyl collection going again, and I neglected it the last couple of years in the move down here. And I'm trying to, like I said to you guys, I use Spotify, yes, why wouldn't you? But I try to buy. I used to get the CDs. There's actually more room for vinyl now. I really don't have anything that plays CDs anymore, so it's almost pointless. Anyway, but if I like it on Spotify, I'll go buy it. So Charlie Crockett, I told you I'm into Charlie Crockett now. Unless it's like one song of someone I don't listen to that's like a one-off, like, I don't know, Gangnam Style, and I'm using it for like a silly video or something, that's different. But if there's anybody that I absorb at all, even if it's fucking one good song, I'll buy it. So I realized, I'm like, I love the Sheepdogs, and this is what got me into the Sheepdogs. The Sheepdogs Learn and Burn. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they're a Canadian band. They did hit the U.S. market, I think worldwide to a degree, but a lot of people don't. It's a nostalgic sound. It's a 1970s sound to me. My favorite on this first album is I Don't Know, and my second favorite is Southern Dreaming. But they're all pretty good, man. They're a great rock and roll band. Sound like they come from the South, but they're from Saskatoon. And anyway, I realized, I'm like, I don't have that one. I got the other albums I got on fucking CD, which, like I said, I just got rid of my last. I upgraded. I got a white Jeep. I got the exact same one. Because the warranty was running out, I got a good deal. It's a long story. But I upgraded, but it doesn't have a CD player anymore. So literally, I don't have a player. But the point is, when I see something on Spotify I really like, I do buy it as well. You have to support the artist, people. You have to do that. You don't have to, but you should do that. Spotify changed and any streaming service, but all that changed. It became a lot easier for the consumer to pick up music for free. I guess you're still paying for the app and you're paying for the phone, but a lot of money out of the artist's hands, right? So now people make money touring, and it's hard to tour if you're not popular in the first place, and you need money to tour. So for me, I'm like, okay, if I like this band, I'm going to buy something that they have to support it, like the album, either on CD or fucking cassette. I don't really buy cassettes, but an album, I'll buy it online if I have to. But these days I've been buying albums again, or vinyl records again, as my form of album of choice. And this one's great, folks. Sheepdogs Learn and Burn. How old? Probably that particular. Sheepdogs are still on the go. They're great, but that was probably 2010-ish, right around there. Maybe a year or two later, but they're fairly current. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to tell another couple of stories. I have a wild story from the way out to Gander. I tell you that. And I hope I didn't sound too elitist with laughing at some of those people, but I just, you know what I mean. It's a little much. If I appreciate interacting with fans, that's why I like going to these events. If you see me there, please come say hi. It's much easier. And if you do send me a message, Twitter is the best way to do it. And either way, don't send a script. I can't help, and I'm not going to read it. Save us some time and energy. Anyway, I hope I didn't come off like a dick there. I wanted to read you some of the fan mail that I find humorous, and some of it that I find downright crazy and shocking. But anyway, that's that. I smoked weed, and my judgment isn't always fantastic, so hopefully I won't want to erase this in an hour from now. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to put it out there. Thanks for listening. If you're downtown St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, check out Trinity Pub, TJ's Pub, the Martini Bar, Rob Roy Confusion, Green Sleeves, and of course the Bull and Barrel. If you're going to go out, get a bite to eat, I would start with the Loose Tie, Blue on Water, Merchant Tavern, and I definitely check out Wedgwood Cafe on Elizabeth Avenue. They also do catering. If I was going to work out, I'd go to Power Conditioning at Rope Walk Lane, strength and balance for the body and mind. If I was going to go to Mr. Lube, there's 2 locations here in Newfoundland and Labrador, or in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. And that is, there might be other locations in other places. I have no idea. Right here, it's Torbay Road and Camount Road. Live, laugh, lube. Pitbull Pain Relief, Pain Sticks. Just don't quit. Go to pitbullpainrelief.com. See what all the fuss is about. Of course, True Hockey. Take what's yours. Folks will be back just a couple of days with more Tales with TR. Thank you. Catch you on the rebound.